I promised to share with us the sewing tutorial of this gown. So when I was drafting the neckline, I came down by 4.5 inches. Then I'll be turning the neckline with fabric strip. So this is the strip I'll be working with. I already cut two, one for the front and one for the back. So we'll be turning our fabric strip from the wrong side to the right side. But I'll be displaying it to us at the sewing machine so that you can understand better. So let's go to the sewing machine now. So now we are at the sewing machine. I've already turned the fabric to the wrong side. Then I'll be placing our fabric strip right side facing the wrong side. Then you align it properly to the edge before we start stitching. So make sure the two edges meet. You can see the way I'm adjusting it. Then you continue sewing. So you follow this process all through. Just take your time. You don't have to rush. So you keep adjusting it in place. Then I'm almost done. Then make sure you back stitch. You can see I'm done stitching it. Now for us to fold it over, you push the sewing allowance inward. Then you fold the fabric edge over. Then you turn it over again. You can see. Then you now take it back to the sewing machine. Then we start stitching. So let's proceed now. So I'm already stitching it down, following the folding. Just as I explained to you, you fold it the same way. Then you continue stitching all through to the other end. And I'm almost done with the front. So once I'm done sewing the front, then I'll repeat the same thing on the back fabric too. Then don't forget to back stitch. So I'm done stitching. You can see how neat it is, both the front and the back. So the next thing I'll do now is to cut off the excess fabric on both edges. Then I'll cut off the other side as well. We turn the neckline with the fabric strip, both for the front and the back. And like I told you, it has to be neatly finished. So you can see the two. It came out so well and I've ironed it down. So the next thing we do now is to calculate the amount of fabric we'll be needing for the strap, though I'll be using bias strip. So from the shoulder line, I came down by 4.5 inches. Then we'll be calculating for both the front and the back. Then we measure what we have on the armhole. So we multiply it by 2. That is for the front and the back as well. So we are having 9 inches there. So 9 times 2 is 18. Then for the shoulder, it is 9 as well. So that is going to give us 27 inches in total. But instead of cutting 27 inches, I'll be cutting 30 inches. Like I always say, it's better to have excess than to have shortage. So I'll be cutting the two together. So I'll be folding that 30 into 2 now. Then I'll now cut it out. So by the time I'm done cutting, then I will now divide the strip into 2. So we'll now be needing 1 for each side. So I'll cut into 2 now. So we turn our fabric around, right side facing each other. Then we start placing our bias strip from the side seam. Then we pin it down. So you adjust it slightly towards the neckline. You can see the way I'm matching it because I want to know the point where it will stop at the neckline. So at that point now, I will use my chalk to mark out the point where it stops. Then I will pin it down. Please pay attention to this process because it's very, very important. So once I'm done pinning, then I'll go ahead. From that point now, I will measure out the 9 inches. Don't forget the 4.5 inches for the front and the 4.5 inches for the back. So that is what gave us that 9 inches. So you mark that point again. Then you now pick that 9-inch point. Then you match it to the back neckline. You can see the way I'm placing it. Because our fabric is facing each other, so it makes it much easier for me to match. So once I'm done pinning now, then I will now be aligning it to the back all through. So that is how we'll stitch it round. Then whatever we do to this side, we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So this is the concluding part of our tutorial. And I've attached the 2 straps. You can see it. So it is well finished, both for the right and the left side. So we go ahead and join our fabric on the side now. So we'll be sewing it down by 1 inch sewing allowance that we added while drafting. But I'll be finishing it up with a French seam. So I'll be explaining it to us how to go about it, and whatever we do to the right side, we'll also do to the left side. So I've turned my fabric to the right side now. So I'll be stitching by 1/4 inch on both sides. Then once I'm done stitching, I'll be showing us before we proceed in turning it back to the wrong side. So I'm done stitching on the right side, you can see now. So I'll be turning the fabric to the wrong side. Then I will adjust it properly on the edge. So I will iron it in place so that it can lay flat. So once I'm done ironing, then I'll be taking in the remaining 0.75 inch that we have left, and we'll be showing us the final look. So I'm done stitching both the side and the hem. You can see how it is. So we've hidden the raw edges of the seam, and this is how it look on the right side too. You can see how the hem is literally finished. So I'll be turning it to the right side for us to see. I believe you have learned something in this series, so don't forget to like and share for others to also benefit.